These 1970s era speakers will be getting a brand new real wood veneer skin in premium flat cut black walnut. You can tell that these speakers came from different batches because the veneer grain pattern and color do not match very well. Here I am sanding the old finish with 125 grit paper to rough up the surface and prepare the cabinets for the new walnut veneer. I will also be sanding the front baffle and the back panel of the speakers as they will be repainted for a fresh new look. The speaker baffle will be sprayed in flat black and the back panel will be sprayed to match the original brown color as it was provided from the Pioneer factory. After sanding the entire cabinet, I'll fill and level any deep scratches or dings with a good quality wood filler. The sanded cabinets are cleaned and wiped down with mineral spirits so that the contact adhesive used to glue the new walnut veneer adheres well to the surface. That's very important so the veneer does not lift or bubble. Here I'm applying contact adhesive to the cabinet in a uniform manner, being sure to coat the complete surface, especially near the edges. I'll let the adhesive tack and set for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now I'm applying contact adhesive to the back side of the walnut veneer. This veneer has a thin 10 mil paper backer that keeps it flat and provides a good surface for the glue adhesion. After the contact adhesive has set on both the cabinet and the back side of the new veneer, it's now time to position the veneer before it makes contact with both surfaces. As you can see, I use dowel rods to align the veneer before it makes any contact. Because I want the veneer's grain pattern to flow continuously on all four sides, I usually leave an overhang of 1/8 of an inch. Now once the contact is made, it will be impossible to reposition or remove the veneer. Here I'm repeating the same process on another cabinet side. After the veneer has been placed on the side panels, I now will make sure that there's a good bond between the two surfaces by using a tool called a veneer scraper. This is a very important step to make sure that all the contact area is perfectly flat, smooth, and there is no chance of air being trapped between the surfaces. This veneer scraper provides excellent force and pressure to secure the veneer to the mating surface. After each side is veneered, I use a flush trim bit and a handheld router to remove the 1/8 inch veneer overhang. And then I sand each of the perpendicular edges flat. I repeat that same procedure on all four sides of the speaker cabinet. After applying the new veneer, it's time to prep the cabinets for finishing. Here I'm using a 220 grit sanding disc on a high quality random orbital sander to smooth the surface on all sides. In the final prep stage, I'm using a sanding block to carefully and ever so slightly remove the sharp edges of the veneer. This almost entirely makes the seam disappear so that the veneer's grain pattern flows continuously around the cabinet. There is only one edge, and that's on the bottom of the speaker cabinet, that the continuous flow of the veneer's grain pattern stops and does not quite match. But you don't see the bottom anyways. Attention to detail in the final stage before finishing will make this project well worth the effort. Here I'm applying a sanding sealer as the first step in the finishing process. This material helps fill and prevent grain raising on the top coat finishes. It dries quickly and sands very easily. I'll be applying 3 low luster clear polyurethane finish coats over the sanding sealer. The sheen of this poly will give the effect of a hand rubbed finish. The poly finish I use will give these cabinets good durability along with UV protection from yellowing. As you can see, even after the application of the sanding sealer, the natural beauty of a clear finish makes the dark and light grain of this black walnut start to pop. After the sealer has dried, I lightly sand the cabinets with a 220 grit sanding pad just to remove any fine particles of dust that may have landed on the finish during the drying process. Here I use a vacuum with high suction to remove most of the sanding dust. Now I'm wiping the surface with mineral spirits to remove any remaining dust particles before spraying the first coat of polyurethane. I'll then use a high-pressure air gun as a final way to rid the surface of any possible remaining dust particles. Here I'm applying a coat of the low luster polyurethane. After the finish dries, I'll again sand between coats, vacuum the surface, and wipe down with mineral spirits. I'll repeat this process until I've applied 3 coats of polyurethane to all 4 sides. I allow about 3 to 4 hours drying time between coats. Even though it'll be dry to the touch in a few hours, the polyurethane finish won't completely cure for about 21 days. After it has cured, it will provide a very durable surface finish for many years to come. I give the clear poly finish a couple days to dry before applying painter's tape to mask the wood veneer. I'm now going to spray a high-quality flat black paint on the speaker baffles of each of the cabinets. They will look brand new when I'm done. I'm carefully removing the painter's tape just as soon as the flat black sets. The less time the tape is left on the wood finish, the better. I don't want to take any chance of the polyurethane finish being lifted from the adhesive of the painter's tape. Here I'm spraying the speaker grille frames with flat black paint. After they have dried, I'll recover the frames with new black speaker grille cloth. Here I have sprayed the speaker cabinet backs with a flat paint mixed and matched to the same original factory color. The finished speaker cabinet is now ready to assemble. I've given it almost 21 days so that the polyurethane finish has had time to cure properly. Here I've reinstalled the Pioneer mid-range speaker along with the tweeter as well as the unit's super tweeter. Finally, the 12-inch woofer is installed. I'm really excited to hear these speakers play once again. And here are the finished Pioneer HPM-100s. There's no better way to listen to these vintage beauties than to spin up some classic rock and roll. Thanks for watching.